Have you ever been to a restaurant or walking through the mall and seen a woman carrying her baby like this and wondered what she was doing? She was providing the best possible thing she could do for her baby. Did you know that mothers make the most perfect, best thing they could ever do for their baby? Today, I'm going to discuss with you the benefits of breastfeeding. I'm going to discuss the benefits to baby, benefits to mother, and then the ABCs of successful breastfeeding. First, let's discuss the benefits to baby. Breast milk is known as liquid gold because of the amount of protein and nutrients it has in it. In fact, the World Health Organization recommends nursing to at least age 2 or beyond if that's what mother and baby desire. The first few days post-birth, mother produces what's known as colostrum. It's a protein-rich nutrient that sustains the baby till the breast milk comes in. Once the milk comes in, breast milk does something unique. It changes to accommodate the needs of the baby. The protein and the sugars in it can adjust to what the babies need. In addition to that, breastfed babies get sick less often. According to the California Department of Public Health, formula-fed babies have twice the amount of ear infections as breastfed babies. The National Resources Defense Council states that formula-fed babies have 3 to 4 the times of gastrointestinal diseases as breastfed babies. So the evidence shows that breastfed babies do not get as sick as often. Now let's talk a little bit about SIDS. Breastfeeding can actually help reduce the risk of SIDS. SIDS is known as sudden infant death syndrome. Nobody knows why it happens, it just does. But if you exclusively breastfeed your babies, you reduce their risk of it by 73%. And even if you only breastfeed for 6 months or part-time, you still reduce their risk by 45%. This amazing new evidence shows that breastfeeding really is the best thing you can do for your baby. So now that we've discussed benefits to baby, let's discuss some benefits to the mother. First and foremost, breastfeeding really promotes attachment and bonding to mothers and babies. In fact, you release a hormone in your brain when you breastfeed that elicits the happy response in people. This is particularly important for women who are subject to baby blues and postpartum depression because it kind of can alleviate some of those symptoms. Now, in addition to that, not only is breastfeeding healthy for babies and reduces illness in babies, it also can reduce illness in mothers. For every 1 year that a woman breastfeeds, she reduces her risk of breast cancer by 4.3%. And if she breastfeeds for at least 6 months, she reduces her risk of ovarian cancer by 21%. Also, formula-feeding mothers are 4 times more likely to develop osteoporosis throughout their life versus breastfeeding mothers. Speaking of formula, formula costs about $1,500 a year. Breastfeeding is free. Think about all the things you could do with that extra money throughout the year. You could start a college fund, you could go on vacation, you can even just put it in savings. You can't beat free. In addition to that, breastfeeding can help women lose their postpartum baby weight. For every 1 ounce that a mother makes of breast milk, it burns 20 calories. A typical 3-month-old baby eats between 19 and 30 ounces of breast milk a day. This equates to 380 to 600 calories burned per day. So for a mother who's tired and busy, especially a new mom, they don't have time to go to the gym, or they want a nap instead of going to the gym. This helps them burn some extra weight so that they don't have to go to the gym, or they can spend more time with their families. Breastfeeding truly is the best thing that a mother can do for both herself and her baby. So let's talk about now how we can be successful in breastfeeding. Whether you're the mother or you're the supporter, the best thing you need to know is the ABCs of breastfeeding. According to Dr. Nazario, if you remember your ABCs, you can help be a good supporter of breastfeeding. First is awareness. Look for signs of hunger. Typically, babies tell you they're hungry before they start screaming. Maybe they'll put their hands in their mouth, they'll roll their head on your shoulder. They become more alert than what is typical for them. If you feed them then, rather than waiting till they're crying, you're more likely to have a better breastfeeding experience. The next one is B, for be patient. Breastfed babies eat a lot, particularly in the beginning. They nurse 8 to 12 times a day for 10 to 20 minutes at a time. In fact, they can even nurse more than that. But a lot of women think because they're eating so often that their babies aren't getting enough. That's not the case. All that is nature's way of sustaining your milk supply and building it up. So don't limit the amount of time they can eat. And finally, C is for comfort. Make the mother comfortable. It's our job as the supporters of people breastfeeding, or even if the mother is a single mom, to make sure she's comfortable. She's going to spend the vast majority of her day feeding her newborn. Maybe that means a footstool or a bottle of water or a quiet place to go. But the most important thing is to be comfortable, because if you're comfortable, you're more likely to continue on doing it. Breastfeeding is both a right and a privilege to both mother and baby. The benefits for baby are reduced illness, reduced risk of SIDS. Benefits to mother are reduced risk of cancer, saving money, losing weight, amongst many other things. To help provide support and do all things you can for breastfeeding, make sure you follow your ABCs and you're truly doing the best thing you can do for your baby.
That was very good, Julie.
Very good, Julie. Good, good,
And I
good.
learned something.
Me too.
I did too.
I learned
You did.